Hey Chicago, I'm Joel Burton here at the Gene Siskel Center with Mr. Playboy himself. Yes, Hugh Hefner is going to be here with us, where we're going to present to you Hugh Hefner, Playboy, activist, and rebel.
At 20, at 50, at 80. Living the lifestyle he lives, with beautiful women who adore him.
Good evening, I'm Mike Wallace. The show is Night Beat. Our first story, he's Hugh Hefner, and we'll try to find out why he really did start Playboy and whether or not it's just a smutty story.
When they were doing the documentary, when Bridget was doing it, how did she approach you?
Well, we'd known each other for a little while. I met her right after she got the Academy Award for her Artie Shaw documentary, and I think jazz was the beginning connection. I learned that she had done a fine documentary on Bix Beiderbecke, and I was a big fan of Beiderbecke. We just became friends, and after a passage of a handful of years, one day she said, the documentary I'd really like to do is one on you, and I said, okay. And who knew?
It is a good documentary. Was there anything in it that you wanted to hold back on?
Too much Gene Simmons?
Too much Gene Simmons.
Great answer. Now, if you could go back to that bridge on Michigan and do it all over again, would you do it the same?
Well, you change one thing, you don't know what the result is. I think everything tended to work out rather well for me, so I wouldn't mess with it.
Well, it's good to have you back in Chicago.
My pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
To tell you. Wonderful.
I'm here with the director of the film. Now, I saw the film, and I feel that he was a private man. How did you convince him?
Oh, I think it's because he saw and trusted me and liked my film about Bix Beiderbecke. And I approached him and I said, I'd like to make a film about the other side of you, not the Playboy side so much, but the rebel and the activist side. And I sent him a treatment, and a day later he faxed me back and he said, I like it. When do you want to start? You have carte blanche and creative freedom, which was absolutely important for me as a documentary filmmaker.
It was a good documentary. One thing that I want to know is, did you learn anything new from Hugh's life?
What really, really was something that struck out was how much he believes in friendship and how he keeps his friends over the years, because I would go through the scrapbooks and the same people would be there all the time, and if they were in trouble he would help them, and it was all there, and that was really, really surprising that it was so deep. And of course the story about the orphans, when he took the big bunny to bring the orphans from Vietnam all across America. I mean, that was a great, great story. So that was very surprising.
It was an amazing documentary, and I believe you got what you wanted out of it. The result was what you expected?
Well, I began with 7.5 hours as a rough cut, and now it's 2 hours, so I had to let go of things, but I'm very happy with it. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for bringing us such a great film.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Hefner's son himself. Hey, you know what? I got a real quick question for you guys. What's it like being a Playboy?
It's pretty good. It's pretty
Say
good.
that with such calm in your voice, It's like, really? I know it's amazing. It's got to be amazing.
Yeah, what's it like to be a Playboy? I mean, how can you begin to answer that question? It's just something that's inherent. I don't know.
It's genetic. Yeah. Basically.
Well, you know what? It's a good thing to be. It's a good thing to be Hugh Hefner's sons now. You guys live in LA. Why not Chicago?
We grew up in Los Angeles. That's where the mansion is now, and there's nothing. I mean, this is gonna sound. Yeah, that's our home.
That's your home.
Yeah.
Ever plan on coming back to Chicago? Or, you guys do visit.
Absolutely. I mean, we haven't been out here in a couple years, so it's nice to come back and get to experience that with family. But we'll probably come back out here again. I'd love to. We were at the Playboy offices last night, but it was like chaos because, our dad is such a liability, taking him anywhere. No, but we want to, at least I want to get a tour. We haven't even been to the Playboy offices.
Yeah.
So
we're going to get one.
Yeah. So we'll be back out.
In the media, your dad is a very kind, giving man. Is he the same way behind closed doors as you guys know him as a father? How is he as a father?
That's who he is. He's a genuine, kind person, and he treats us like that, and he treats the world like that.
And have you guys seen this movie?
I have.
It's an amazing movie.
It's incredible. I mean, watching a movie like this, I think, makes you appreciate, what at least in my shoes, I can appreciate what my dad has done a lot more after seeing this kind of film.
We want to thank you for coming out and enjoying an evening with us and Hugh Hefner, Mr. Playboy himself. For more information, just visit the SiskelFilmCenter.org and come and catch some international and some indie films as well. Well, that's going to do it for Chicago 3 Media. I'm Joel Burton, and we'll see you next time.